And if you have another 1,000-yard year, you'll be one of the leading rushers all time in Mississippi State history. I mean, have you thought about kind of your place among the guys, like Dixon and Ballard and all those guys?
I really hadn't been paying too much attention to it. I remember back in the summer, Coach, when we was working out, Coach Bellis, he had brought it up. He was just telling me, man, you'll be one of the greatest to come through Mississippi State, one of the greatest running backs, and that'll be a great honor for me. But really, I'm just looking forward to this season. We're trying to get everything on pace to have a great season this year. Trying to win as many games as possible, trying to win the SEC championship and, if possible, the national championship.
Has it been kind of nice? I know early in your career, people wondered if you could be an every down back, and obviously with last year, you kind of showed that you could be. I mean, was that just gratifying to actually prove it on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of negative things. I used to hear a lot of negative things about, like, oh, he's so small, I mean, he can't be an every down back. But I worked my butt off last year, and I'm working my butt off this year, just so I can still have another great year like I had last year. Just trying to bring everybody up to our level. All the seniors trying to bring everybody up to our level, so we can have a great year. So, because I mean, have a great year, then everybody gets looked at. Because I know everybody's dreams on this team is really to go to the NFL. Well, most of everybody's dream is to go to the NFL, to the next level. So, if we just win, those dreams probably can come true. He can't coach effort. You always got to have great effort out there. If you mess up going full speed.
Last year after the bowl loss, y'all came back here and Tyler had the meeting with the team and then basically put the blame on him. What did you think of that? It's not on you, all on you. What was your thought about that when he did that?
No, it's not on Tyler. It's all our fault. We win as a team, we lose as a team. No matter if anybody makes mistakes or anything like that, I mean, you always gonna make mistakes in games. The whole team, we took it as a loss. I mean, the whole team lost, not just one person.
What did it say about him to do that, though? To call that meeting and do that? What does that say about him to you?
I don't know. I really don't pay attention to it too much.
About his character. What does it say about his character for him to call that meeting and get there and say that? And see for his character.
That means a lot. I mean, it says a lot about Tyler, man. I mean, because he takes a lot of stuff serious. He takes his taking control of his team. He takes that serious. He shows great leadership on and off the field always. So I mean, for him to get up there and say that shows a lot of character about him. And we talked to him about it. A lot of people talked to him one-on-one about it and said, just gonna come back and bounce back this year and have a great year. And whatever bowl game we go to, we're gonna make sure we execute to get that victory this year.
There's nothing easy about Oklahoma State in the first week. Do you feel like there's, more focus in camp this year, knowing what's coming up in the first game?
Yeah, going into camp, you're always going to be focused. Everybody's focused, from the young guys to the older guys. I mean, it's no matter what we out there doing, everybody stays focused. Everybody giving great effort, energy. The energy is to another level this year. We just can't wait to get this season started and make sure everybody's on the same page also.
Before we go into depths of different plays.
When you look at what the defensive line kind of brings, the defense as a whole, Tyler was saying they make you guys as a line maybe want to call checks that aren't necessarily there. How does that kind of work, and how have you dealt with that?
I mean, they're a defense that's
Preston Smith,
that's always moving around, and they active, and you have to be on top of your P's and Q's with them, and just be alert and aware of certain things they do.
What have you seen from them specifically that kind of creates the havoc that they hope to do?
Different blitz, different bizarre blitz that a lot of teams do not run. Have to get used to that.
Have you seen a different type of pressure, especially from the line? Obviously, they tallied 19 sacks last year. They want to kind of boost that number. How has the pressure on that line been?
It's been a lot better. They defensive line, they've been working and doing different other things to better their pass rush and all that.
What have you noticed different from Tyler going into this preseason, during this preseason, going into the season, maybe that you didn't see last year?
I feel that he's a little more confident, with what he's doing. I mean, he always been a confident quarterback, but I see a little more confident and just relax and calm in the pocket.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
Right for you. Good man.
Matt, first off, just kind of a quick update on how camp has been so far.
Camp's been great. You know, everyone going out, working hard every day, even though it's hot. We go out, plenty of juice, plenty, effort from the young guys, and everybody just flying around.
For you, you know, you really kind of jumped on the scene that season opener last year, made a couple big plays. What do you need to do to more consistently kind of have those type of games?
I just had to buy to the program and learn every position, which all the linebackers are able to do, and just go out and make the plays if necessary.
What do you expect from yourself this season?
I have high expectations for myself. I'm not going to say what my goals are, but I mean, I have high expectations for myself. I just want to, go out there and be there for the team and make sure everyone else is doing their job.
Coach was talking about the linebacker core in general. I mean, there's a lot of depth there. I mean, what kind of competition is there every day at the linebackers?
There's a lot of competition. Everyone, all the linebackers are athletic, fast and can move and have good hands and all that, even the young backers.
Do you feel like maybe that's the strength of the defense as you linebackers?
Yes, because if we want a break or so, we can call the next guy in and it'll be just like there's no switch.
You mentioned that word juice. How does the defense, how do you bring juice to this team?
Juice, I'm not a big talker, but I do talk sometimes. And I just encourage everyone else when the time is needed, as like the young guys, just keep them up and keep them encouraged. And when they make a play, just give them a pat on the back or something like that, and whatever we do.
Having Coach Collins now as your defensive coordinator, how's that been been through, I guess, the full summer and training camp now?
I think it's a good thing. He was my position coach last year also, but I think it's a good thing. He has plenty of juice. He makes sure we all know what we're doing, and he makes sure everyone get maximum effort and fly around to the ball.
You came in kind of as an athlete, played a little safety. Now you've had some years at linebacker. Do you feel like you understand that position and that's fully where you should be?
Yes, I do feel like that's where I should be. I can, just like I say, I can cover and do multiple things as well as the other backers on the team. All of us can cover, we can run pretty good, and we can all play the regular linebacker position.
Matt, when you were learning the position as a freshman, second-year player, were the names KJ Wright and Chris White and all the other guys in the NFL, Jamar Chaney that have played in the NFL, were they talked about with you? Were they trying to make you the next guy, or what was the talk?
I was young then. They were just trying to, keep me up and make sure I was just doing the right thing and learning what really was the program and what the foundation of the program was about.
You get a big test that opening game. I know you probably haven't thought about it too much, but talk about Oklahoma State and matching up with their offense that first game.
They're one of the top offensive teams in the nation. They're going to come out tempo and they're going to play fast. We just got to match the effort and quickness of their offense.
Matthew, how much do you try to compete with Bernard in getting those juice points?
It's hard to compete with Bernard. He's a great guy. He's talkative. He keeps everyone hyped. He's a natural talker. I'm kind of quiet, so when I really feel it, I step up. But it's kind of hard to compete with a guy like that.
And what's he like Coach Collins talked about Bernard had a good year last year, but he's kind of taking it to a new level as far as being the quarterback of the defense, knowing where everybody's supposed to be, calling the checks and the calls. What's it been like for you to see him develop into that role?
Like I said, all of us can play a position. B-Mac, he's a great guy, and he's also getting smart in the game. He can make checks, all the right checks, and he keep us all in tune.
It's kind of neat.
The linebackers and everything, so that messes up with our IDs and everything when there's not really going to come. So they're trying to bait us into making different calls than we normally should.
Speaking of Tyler, it seems that they really put the offense in his hands. Is that something you've seen?
Yes, he has almost complete control over the offense. He can tell us where to go. He trumps everything we do. He controls the receivers. He controls everything. He's the general of our offense right now.
Justin, if you had a chance to save a cat in a tree or a dog in a well, which one would you save and why?
I'll probably save the dog because I'm allergic to cats. So the cat can kill me.
That's a great answer.
That is good.
I don't even know how to follow that question up.
Make it better. Where have you seen progress with you and Danico and the other guys
We are competing to, make each other, want to work hard at the pass rush, create a better pass rush for each other, and make us all, strengthen the pass rush so we can have, a lot of sacks this year.
You did pretty well at that last year coming off the bench. What do you think allowed you to do well, and what are you trying to work on, whether it's technique or just what?
It was studying the guys, the other opponents like offensive line, and knowing what I can come in and bring to the table, trying to contribute the best way I can to the team.
Yeah.
What's it like playing for Jeff Collins?
It's a lot of juice. It's a lot of energy he brings to the table. It's juice, mayhem, and a lot of fun.
Just all those terms he throws out at you. I know ultimately you have to do it on the field, but does that kind of help define what your goals are, what you want to do?
Yeah, we all want to be great, and he is pushing us to go towards our goals, that we have set towards ourselves and as a team this year.
Right. Your face kind of lit up when I said, what kind of coach is he? Why is that? What goes to your mind?
He's a exciting coach. He brings, no matter how you feel, you might come into the practice feeling slumped, or not, sometimes you might not want to be there. Then he gonna bring that juice to make you feel energized and ready to practice and get better each day.
A lot of guys have said that he has maybe the most juice points in the team. What does he do to kind of create that habit?
He brings a lot of energy, and when a lot of plays happen, no matter big or small, he gonna always be pumped that it happened.
What do you see that's different about this defense now that he's calling the plays than maybe it was different last year?
Man, it's juice. It's all the juice that he's bringing everybody. He getting everybody to get the juice. Everybody's bringing the juice.
How does he bring that in the meeting rooms? I heard he does it. He brings just so much juice in the meetings, but how does he do that? What does he do?
He comes in every day ready to work with a smile on his face, hyping everybody up as we walk into meetings.
He was talking about one instance where you guys were kind of studying the defensive line, the goal line situation, and the first play you went out there was a goal line situation. You guys stopped it. Do you remember that situation? And what does that kind of say about the team that you're taking what it happened in the locker room to the meeting room out into the field?
We just got to carry everything over, make sure we bring it over in a positive way. We see what we need to work on and come out and work harder. And we just, like I'm saying, we just got to bring juice every day. So when we see someone in the meeting room get pumped about it, then we come out there with the same juice we got from the meeting room to the same practice day.
What have you seen from Danico? He seemed to be really improving toward the end of last season. Is that carried over?
Yes, his energy and dedication. Everybody, he's getting everybody else dedicated. Everybody's starting to fall in, and believe in the system like he do. So we all starting to work hard, and he's bringing a lot of leadership to the table.
What makes him tough for guys to block?
The speed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Preston.
They're going to try to, for example, they're going to try to set up a return and try to get a return on us just to say that they did. And it just goes back to having a great snapper and Winston Chapman and just having great missiles. Jamerson Love will be back this year.
Yeah.
I can just put it 40 yards down the field on the numbers, and it doesn't matter. It's going to be fair caught.
I don't know how often you're around Devin Bell on the practice field, but what have you seen his progression from last year to this year?
Definitely a change in mindset, just because he knows what to expect. He's been in those game situations. He's been in those situations where your blood's flowing. How do you handle that? And after my first year, I knew how to use that to make sure those practice reps were almost like game reps. So his overall mindset helps me to be more confident, for sure.
So he's gotten rid of the nerves. I know he had to battle that sometimes.
Yeah, it's natural. I have to battle him here and there too, and it's really how you control. You're going to have nerves, but I don't let them get to me. Every now and then I do. It's just by accident, but yeah, it's just really controlling those nerves.
I was just talking to Devin about this. Do you keep your leg on a pitch count?
In practice, they try to.
Yeah.
They try to. Just you can wear yourself out really, really quick. So I try to shorten everything.
You've got.
I've hit 5'3", 5'4" in practice this year.
One of the things, you talked about this before, having a lot of confidence in your gunners.
Yep.
How much does that change when you're comfortable with those guys?
Right.
Does that change your approach or your mentality, whatever you want to call it?
It can. I would say overall it doesn't, but you know, as far as like a pooch punt or something, I know that I don't have to hit those 5-second hang times. They're going to be down there within 4 seconds. 5 seconds, they just gives them time to kind of look around and call mom real quick. Because I mean, they're down there. It seems like in like 2 seconds, but yeah, I mean, it's more of a confidence thing for sure.
You talked a little bit about the nerves. Obviously, you've been around here for about 12 years, so you've gotten past that. But I mean, in those singular plays, it's so different where an offensive lineman, you know, if they miss one block over the course of the game, it's not really noticed. Tyler Russell has one incomplete pass. No one sees it. If you mess up one punt, it's
the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. What does that do to you? You just kind of locked out?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's an old hunting trick my dad taught me years ago. You know, right before you shoot at a deer, you have to fight what they call buck fever. And literally, all your adrenaline starts rushing, and you have to, you know, my key is I keep it below my feet. I think of it that way. I don't let it get to me. I generally think that it's not a big deal when I run out there. When I run off, I let my guard down. You'll see me. I literally start shaking. I have to sit down, but that's after the punt. You know, you kind of have to let it get all over you. But you know, during that, I really have to tell myself this is not a big deal.
Is there any good song you'd like to hear coming out of the timeout that gets you pumped up to kick it hard?
I do like Thunderstruck.
Yeah?
It's kind of cliche, but all Thunderstruck get you going.
I mean, you're striking the ball.
Right.
See where there's some good stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right, man.
Coming over.
Oh, yeah.
How is he sort of adjusting? How are you sort of getting back with him a little bit on the defense?
Oh well, he's really coming along like over the last 8 months. He has very like improved from spring to now. He kind of reminds me of like Calhoun, cause I guess he's been watching to get better technique wise. But yeah, he already had the speed, of course, before he got here. You can't teach that. But as far as like me and him want to get back on the same page, on his he's supposed to come on like I guess a year ago, something like that. I had him on his official visit, and we just hung out, you know, one out, stuff like that right there. And I mean, we already were cool from high school, so just kind of just transfer here, still talk, make sure we push each other every day, get better.
Now the defense, this word juice is being thrown around a lot by Coach Collins.
Yeah.
Where did that come from, in your opinion, and how do you bring juice to the team on the D-line?
Really, juice is like when somebody make a big play, you want everybody, the whole team, the whole defense want to be behind them, and let you know not just you make a big play and just stand around. It's like it's a normal thing. They want to bring that excitement to it.
Curtis, you've been in the program a while now. What are you trying to do just to make yourself a little bit better and be a big part of that rotation to tackle?
Really, the only thing I can do is to work on my technique and stand on every day. And Coach, he gets on to me about it every day. So that's one of the emphasis I've been trying to focus on this whole training camp. Using my hands, great technique, great pad leverage.
Seems like I've really built up some depth at that position. I mean, how tough is it just to get some reps in there and get some snaps on the field?
I ain't gonna say it's really tough, because like Coach, of course he wants to play, so
sure.
He gonna if he wants you to get in there, you're gonna have the reps. So
right.
It's not all even based on this, based on what Coach wants to see.
How much variety do y'all have with that depth? I mean, you got PJ's really athletic, you got Nick and Quay are huge guys.
Yes, yeah. We got a lot of talent in my position. I admit that. PJ, that's a guy I watch. That guy just powerful. He come out the ball, it's like whoa. Yeah. Caleb, he's just an experienced guy. He came down from the end. He's the more leader.
Sure.
Because he played no big games. Right. And I haven't, so I looked at him for us like what to do in such a situation. I just looked at PJ because his work ethic. It just
Yeah, people talk about the pass rush, and of course when you talk about that, you talk about the defensive ends like Danico and Preston. But what's kind of y'all's role to make that pass rush a little bit more effective this year?
Basically, it's got to stand out pass lanes. It's all about pass lane. We all working together as a team.
Yeah.
And they may get the sack, but it's because we made sure they stay in the pocket up front, the inside guys.
Yeah, I got you.